We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons.
For the Falcons.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
It's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 45 on second down. Cousins. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 21. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second and 7. Cousins. Complete to Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure what this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and getting the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On second and 7, Cousins. And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And there's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point forthcoming.
For the point after.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Sterling Hawkrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll give it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 7-7, our score after 1.
First quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. To punt this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to let it go again. And it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On 1st and goal, Gurley. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here in 2nd. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision. Right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Vikings 7. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind also.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. You can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. All right?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return comes to a right at the 44-yard line.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Running on 1st down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down.
Grady Jarrett on the stop.
Grady Jarrett on the tackle there. Remember how he emerged in the Super Bowl against New England? Continues to step his play up. Was a Pro Bowler for the first time after 2019.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins, complete, Jefferson to target. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
first and 10. Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
I think if you hold defensive backs, they would say the cornerback, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. Here's Oliver. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They go play action with Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards.
50 yards.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Somebody cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
On the carry.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
First and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Gurley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
On the carry.
Todd Gurley with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
It ties the game at 21 apiece. Sterling Hawk-Richter to kick off for the Falcons.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 19-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. They're going for Jeff. And got his man. Complete. 20. 10. Touchdown. Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Let's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Play action. Ryan. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. They go play action now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something that feels somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Here's Smith to return it. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Now it's Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
The ball carrier.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Again they run with Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 14-yard line. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
28 all. Sterling Hockrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Teams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On 1st down, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Smith catches left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Running from them with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Cousins. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And able to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point...
And the Baller's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan eluding the pressure right. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. It's caught over the middle by Hurst. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Well, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have broken our tie. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And nearly picked off there. It would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
It's now second.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through. And we are tied here in the fourth.
35-35.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Muscles it off. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Carry now for Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now left side on the swing pass. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first and 10, it's Ryan. And either find Ridley, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here comes It's a 20th carry for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Vikings' 27-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throw on 3rd down. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley in the final minute. And the Falcons have broken our tie. take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Falcons 42, Vikings 35. Sterling Hawk.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. He's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Cousins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 20-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's Cousins. And Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Pressure there as it's intercepted. That is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Falcons, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.